And good morning. It's 7:03 on this Thursday, December 3rd. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome on a Thursday morning. Happy to have you with us and glad to be on the air for Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen these fellas, but they're both here today. Paul Tubbs, the dealer operations manager, and Ronnie Kelly in sales. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you? How your last 2 weeks been, Paul?
Been well. Trying to stay warm now. I'm not a real fan of this cold weather, but I guess I have to put up with it until it turns.
What about you, Ronnie?
Yeah, everything going good. As long as we selling cars and people still coming in, so we feeling good.
Yeah, you were even inquiring about my car this morning. I wanted to make sure it was running all right.
Yes, sir. I was concerned about you, Mr. Coleman.
Isn't that what you like?
Oh yeah, that's what we want, is him to try to make sure he takes care of the people in the community, and if they need a transportation needs, they can come see him down at Bates Ford.
All right. Did I say Bates Ford, the dealer, to trade for anything you don't eat? I'm not sure I did, but anyway, we say that several times here. and usually Paul and Ronnie are here to talk about what all is going on. Ronnie wants to sell those cars. Paul, is as the dealer operations manager, you want everything to go smooth.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got service, parts, sales, but it's all working well, and everybody does a good job. Like I always say, we got a nice little family down there. Several employees been there for multiple 20+ years, so it's like having a little family that we all get along most of the time, and take care of business.
Yeah. Well, again, cheapest oil change in town, COVID-19 special.
$24.95 up to 5 quarts. Like I
$24.95.
say, we don't just dump oil and filter in it. We always do your inspection, check your brakes, batteries, tires, hoses, make sure everything's roadworthy, and give you a copy of the inspection report.
Well, it's a tremendous deal, and I don't know anybody that's. You may be beating the competition here by $15 to $20 an oil change.
No, that's our goal. I mean, like I said, you don't make nothing off oil changes. It's something complimentary that we try to do for our customers. That way, they'll return to Bates Ford, and hopefully, if they, there is something wrong with their car, they'll see Ronnie and buy one. So
Yeah.
it kind of works together.
Ronnie, you sell a lot of cars that way, don't you?
Yeah, sell a lot of cars that way. And Paul, the service department, they do a lot of work. And a lot of time, like last month, we were selling cars, and before we can get them serviced, we sell them. And so, but Paul then would still take care of them. We walk in and they say, hey, we got this one sold. So they'll take time to get it done. So they do a good job of getting our cars ready to go. So we have A1 used cars. We make sure we check them, do everything before we put them on the lot.
Yeah, well, it's a team operation, and you have to have the different players for different parts of the team. But Ronnie, I guess, is the chief sales guy because he's been doing it for about 33 years. Or
Yes,
longer.
sir.
And you've been around a while yourself, Paul.
Yeah, I have, and it's a great place to work. Mr. Bates makes everybody comfortable, and it's really everybody gets along. One of the things I wanted to mention this morning is we have teamed up, and I know with everything going on, it's kind of unusual times, but one of our customers that came in to buy Transit Connect was Sanitize Pro. It's a new company here in town, and I got to talking to them. They were buying the vehicle, and they had a little bit of time. We sat down and talked, and actually they went over their product with us, and the dealership we're starting to do where they come in and they disinfect at night, and they do it it's a 90-day process, but what they do is they come in and they'll disinfect the whole dealership at night while nobody's there, and then they come back in and they do this sanitize that's supposed to kill the virus. You do it every 90 days, and it's something that we're partnering with them. They bought a vehicle from us, and I said, hey, I want to look out for the safety of not only our employees, but our customers as well. So they're coming in and doing that. So I think that's going to be kind of a win-win with all this unknown times and stuff. But we're looking out for everybody's, safety and health, and doing what we can do to make sure that we're keeping that place as clean. We've got a little Deborah, our receptionist, who's awesome. Every morning she goes through and disinfects that whole dealership, wipes off all the places where the hands are and stuff like that. So I do want everybody to know that we're taking every precaution to make sure that we're keeping Bates Ford as healthy as possible.
Well, we're all glad to hear that, but you're not only taking care of your employees, taking care of your customers all at the
Right,
same
and
time.
that's important to us, to make sure people feel comfortable when they do come in and see us.
Well, we haven't mentioned tires and batteries this morning, but quickly we can do that, I guess.
Right, we've got, coming into Christmas, there's a lot of times right now, we got tires is actually, we got rebates up to $140. We will put them on. We always give lifetime rotation on our tires. And also on the batteries, our batteries, I believe, is the cheapest battery you can buy. Ford has a battery we sell for $134.95. We install it on most vehicles for free, and you get a 3-year free replacement warranty, plus it comes with a 100-month prorated warranty. So if it goes bad within that 3 years, you get it replaced for free, but then after the 3 years, it's prorated. So you get money off up to 100 months, which I think is an excellent deal.
All right, Ronnie, you can probably have the last word here this morning. You'd like to sell 2 or 3 or 4 or half a dozen cars.
I'd like to sell some today, but we would also ask if you have any vehicles or anything that you like to turn into cash, bring it down to Bake Forward, because we'll trade for anything that don't eat. And one thing that we'll do, if we don't know anything about it, we'll find out something about it, and we'll put a price on it. If you got something that's sitting around, bring it on down to Bake Forward.
It's worth cash.
Yes.
Or trade in.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all for being with us. Have a great week. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Thanks.
Okay, that's Bates Ford, 1673 West Main, the dealer, trade for anything you don't eat. Paul Tubbs, Ronnie Kelly this morning. We're taking us to 10 minutes after the hour. I announced yesterday, and I'm very glad to have with us this morning, Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
By the way, let me say this too. Normally in this time slot, we have a member of the city council, and I have somebody coming in tomorrow. Jenny Lynn Brinkman will be here to talk in this time slot tomorrow. Probably talk about a little bit about you and the ceremony last night and what to expect for the next 4 years. But that's kind of what we're going to be doing this morning, too. Mm-hmm. You have come up with a 100-day plan I think you want to talk about. But before we get to that, since you were there and witnessed it all last night, tell us about the ceremony.
Well, it was a great ceremony, Coleman. Obviously it was a limited crowd because of COVID, and it was on Facebook Live, so a lot of other people could watch. But it was a great night. Myself and Joey Carmack and Fred Burton and Tick Bryan all took our oaths of office, and that was the first step to today. And actually, this is my first official act, is coming on your show.
Well, how about that?
But all of our families were there last night, and it was really a special moment for all of us. And I think it went really well. Debbie Jessen did a great job organizing that and planning it, and it was a great night.
Well, she even sent out a press release after it was all over, and I printed that off and brought it with me this morning. But it told a little bit about the ceremony and just some things that you got on your mind here, which I think you're going to share with us this morning. Let me ask this. Once the election was over on November the 3rd, from then till now, and today is December the 3rd, by the way, so it's been a month.
It has.
What have you done the last month?
Well, I've done a lot. That first couple of days after the election was a wind down period, because the election was hard work, and so I need a few days to kind of get my feet under me. But after that, I set up meetings with all the department heads, and so for the past few weeks, I've been meeting with them, and really what those meetings have been about is just one, us get to know each other, but also for me to kind of find out where the city is right now with their departments. But also for us to talk about, what the future is going to look like, kind of what my plans are, some ideas that they have going to the future. So they've been really productive meetings, and and I started to work a couple weeks ago, really, talking to all them. And it wasn't just department heads. I've talked to several people within the departments who play important roles, and so I think we really start out in a good way.
Well, can we expect any big shakeup from you as mayor as you take over?
No, there's a lot of good people work at the city. There really are, and the department heads are all experts in their areas. They know what they're doing, and I'm really going to lean on them for their knowledge in their areas. Now, as mayor, I make a lot of final decisions, but it's based on the information they give me because they've been there for a long time and they know what's going on. But I really think that we'll work well together with my vision and their abilities to move forward. So it's a lot of great people. I knew them when I was on city council. I've gotten to know them better in the past few weeks, and we're going to be working closer together for the next 4 years.
Well, let me read. We'll go to a break after I do this. Let me read here from the press release that you have, quoting you, it says, first, we must manage the budget better and look for cuts. Second, we need to implement a plan for growth management. Third, we need to create a strategy to attract restaurants and other amenities. So I guess that's what we're going to be talking about quite a bit after this break.
We will. We'll talk about that in more detail. And I really feel like the first 100 days is important. We hear about that a lot in politics through the years. I'm a former history professor now, and that's one of the things I talked about a lot with presidents. The first 100 days is something where people really want to establish their plans and ideas, and that's really what I'm going into to look at that time period.
All right, we're going to take a break right here. Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell is here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:14. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Bates Ford and the Lifetime Brake Pad Guarantee. With the purchase of a brake service, replacement brake pads will be provided at no cost for as long as the customer owns a vehicle. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. We're still looking live at this crash. They're moving it right now on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. It's already crazy slow up through here as it is trying to get out of this part of Rutherford County into Davidson County. Again, that's 24 westbound as you approach Hickory Hollow Parkway. Once you get past Hickory Hollow Parkway, it picks back up to somewhat of a decent interstate speed. Hey, check out the Andre Chicken Sandwich now available at Princess Hot Chicken, 5814 Nolensville Pike. I'm Community Manager Chuck, your on-time traffic.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford, and with the holiday season coming, so is great deals at Bates Ford. We've got the Works vehicle package for the low price of $49.95 for up to 5 quarts. We've got batteries for $135 installed on most vehicles, and also on the sales end, we've got 0 interest for 72 months and rebates for up to $10,000. So come see us at Bates Ford, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday morning. Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. Sometimes I can probably try to go too fast. A couple of other things about last night's meeting you're telling me during the break here. And one, I want to mention your mother and father were there. And Charles is not as amble, if that's the right word. He has a little more problems getting around than he used to.
He does.
But he was there and not in a wheelchair.
No, he wasn't. He was there. He walked into the building and that's one of the great things about last night was our families got to be there. My parents, of course, my brother and his family, Jack, and Nicole, her family, Betty Birch, her mom was there, and my stepdaughter Isabella, and it's just a great night, and it was that way for all of us. I know the 3 counselors, Joey, Fred, and Tick, their families were there too, and it's just a great night to celebrate and really start moving forward. And I was glad everybody was there.
One other thing you did mention, now former Mayor Bernie Ash was there.
He was. And, he and Marcia were there last night, and he got up and talked, and he made a really good speech. It's one of the things about the campaign that I'm proud of is he and I both were very respectful to each other. We dealt with facts, and I've known Bernie most of my life, and I know him and I respect him, and I was really glad he was there last night.
Well, let's get into your first 100 days and these 3 areas that need immediate attention.
Well, the first thing is the budget. One of the people I met with was the finance director, and we have really good talk about the budget process and kind of his view of how that should work, and my view of how that should work too, and that's really something that I need to be hands on with. One of my first things, the first decision I made was that I moved my office back up to City Hall, and the reason I did that was because I want to be close to people. That's where the finance office is. That's where public service is, and planning, and I feel like it was important for me to be in the building with all those people so we can be in close contact with each other, and the budget's very important. And so my first goal is to get a handle on that, really dig into it, and go into the future not looking to raise taxes or spend money, but actually look to cut. And that's one of the things I'm going to ask the department heads to do. This budget process is start looking for cuts, and that process starts quickly. Right after the first of the year.
All right, now I take it there's not much you can do or plan to do about the current fiscal year budget.
We're right in the middle of it,
Yeah.
and so my focus now is what's going to happen in the next budget. And as I said, that starts in a couple of weeks. So
Even though the budget itself will be July 1.
but the budget begins July 1, but we have to start on it a long time before that.
right.
And so that's really what I'm going to start looking at.
Well, you had second here is growth management. Are you ready to talk about that?
I am. That's another meeting I had was with the planning director, and we really need to get something in place to make sure that we can manage this growth, because as we all know, we're in a fast growing area, and I think that puts Lebanon in a very prime position to be able to choose what kind of growth we want. We don't have to take everything. We can pick and choose, but to do that, we have to have a plan in place. And for the past couple of years, they have worked on the comprehensive plan, and what I really want to do is a deep study of that. There's a lot of data in there, and really take that compiled data and create a multi-level strategy. And what I mean by that is there's some immediate goals that we need to tackle right now to get a handle on things, but we also need some long-term goals, for 5, 10, 15 years in the future. So, you have to look at now, and you have to look at then, and that's the way we're going to address this issue.
Well, if I could ask, what do you see now that needs immediate attention and like maybe yesterday?
Well, one of the things that I'm concerned with is that, let's say a rezoning comes in front of the city council, and whoever's asking about rezoning, they have an idea of what they want to put there, but our zoning ordinances are pretty wide ranging. So when they rezone that piece of property, yes, it could be what the people are saying it's going to be, but it also could be something else. So I think we need some safety nets there to make sure that we know when we're looking at something that's what it's going to be. Okay, so that's one way to address those issues. And another thing is to make sure that we're prepared for what's going to go in that location, and that's infrastructure. That's how it affects other entities. So one of the things I've asked the planning director to do, and also the other department heads, is to communicate with each other. So before he looks at recommending approval or denial of a project, communicate with fire, with police, gas, and water. Communicate with the Lebanon Special School District. How's this going to affect them? Do they have the facilities or the ability to cover this? And if they don't, then we need to take another look at it. So a part of it is pretty simple. It's communication. But also you have to have something in place to make sure that, we get the growth that we want. And I think the first step in that is looking at those zoning ordinances and making sure that when the city council sees something, that's what they're going to get.
All right. A strategy to attract restaurants and other amenities.
Well, you had Sarah Hasten on the radio yesterday morning. She's the economic development director, and one of the things that I've heard for the past months is we have growth, and we get the traffic, which is something else we're working on. And we get the construction, but what about the amenities that's supposed to go with that? What about the restaurants and things such as that? So, and I agree. We need more of that, and so we need a strategy to make that happen. So, I'm going to work with her very closely to make sure that we go out and do those things. We need to promote ourselves, and not just to restaurants and those types of businesses, but also to other types of businesses that are going to bring in jobs. Maybe some high tech centers, some data centers, those types of things. And the way we do that is we promote ourselves. We don't sit here and wait for somebody to come to us or look at a spot on a map and say, I want to put something there because they're in that location. We need to go out and tell people, hey, we have things that you want. Okay, we have Cumberland University, a four-year university here in our town. We have Vanderbilt Hospital here in our town. We have an airport that can handle your corporate traffic here in this town. We have the Music City Star here in this town. Those are assets that we need to promote to get things. Now, do those get restaurants? I mean, that's a different story. But with restaurants, there's two ways of looking at that. One is, obviously, you have the chain restaurants. Mm-hmm. The national and regional names that we all know. That go on interstate exits, and we need those. We need those for places so we can have somewhere to go eat, but also to get traffic off the interstate to come in here and spend money. But also, though, the best places to eat are locally owned. People here in town who invest in businesses, who invest in our community, that live here, and we need to figure out a way to incentivize them as well, and get those opportunities too. So a lot of this is multi-level. You're not just looking at one strategy; you're looking at several strategies, and Sarah and I will work on that together. And this is going to be a situation where she's really good at going out and recruiting, but I'm going to go out and recruit too. It's a team effort, and doing that, I think we can get some things in here.
What is your overall goal here, maybe for the first 100 days? I'm just see. This is December, January. I guess we're talking about by the end of February.
Yeah, I guess that's 100 days. I really haven't counted out what the date is yet.
Probably 100 days would be into March.
It is, but
okay.
But my goal is to really work with the city council and the department heads to get some of these things in place. Now, a few of these are me and my staff. Like with Sarah, for example, putting a strategy together and going out and doing it and getting that started. But a lot of these things, depends on the city council too. Like working on that growth plan. Mm-hmm. That involves their approval. It involves the approval of the planning commission as well. Right now the comprehensive plan is at the planning commission level. So I'm gonna meet with them and talk about some of my ideas and their ideas to get these things pushed forward. So a lot of this is a team effort. So the idea of the next 100 days is get the team together, get us all going in the same direction, and getting some of these things accomplished.
And I think communicating from yourself, your ideas, selling them on what you want to do and how you want to do it.
Absolutely, and I really believe that's my role as mayor, is to communicate, and not just communicate to the city council, to the department heads, employees, but also to the citizens, to let people know that these are my ideas. I want to hear from you. What do you think about them? But communication is key from a leadership position, and that's one of the things I plan on doing. We're going to be very open about what's going on. Let people know what the city is doing, and getting the word out there. And communication is very important. Coming on this radio show and talking about these things is very important. Using the city Facebook page is very important, and that's what I plan on doing is getting out there and getting the word out.
Well, we got a couple of minutes here before time for us to close, but it's been I guess the whole experience here has been a good ride for you. You win a majority of the votes on election day. Didn't have to have a runoff, so you've been able and are able, I think, to kind of hit the ground running here. And maybe, as they say, for you, the sky's the limit.
Well, I don't know. I want to make sure on the first day that I can hit the ground running. I want to spend those first weeks in transition, really, getting everything established. So today we can start working, and that's what we're going to do. And and I'll say this: the Mayor Ash and his administration staff have all been really good about helping with the transition. I really appreciate that. And it's been kind of a whirlwind. I had another job that I need to finish up at the same time, and so we got that finished at Cumberland, and now we're doing this. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Any chance you'll throw out a few history lessons for whoever's listening in the next 4 years?
Hey, it's I'll always talk about history. So any time that I'm out here and you want to talk about history, we can surely do that. I actually learned something last night. Bertie Kane was the one who handled the swearing-in ceremony, and he told us, he got this information from Debbie, that I am the 54th mayor of Lebanon. And as city historian, which is a position I still hold, I didn't know that. So I learned something last night.
54th mayor.
54th mayor.
I had no idea. I probably couldn't have come within 25 of how many we did.
And the first mayor came into office in 1808. So it's been a long time.
All right. Well, we appreciate your being here and going to look forward to having you after each city council meeting. That's our schedule here. And find out, keep up to date with what's going on, and certainly wish you well as you take over. And I guess today is your first official day, and being here is your first official act as mayor.
This is my first day, and this is my first act as mayor, is talking to you.
I'm honored. I'm honored. Rick, thank you so much. And again, we wish you well, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
That is part one of Coleman and Company. Hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
All right, it's 7:29. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota and Rental Exmark. Large inventory of Exmark mowers for homeowners and commercial users. #1 selling brand, bought 2-to-1 over any other commercial mower brand. 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. They finally opened up all lanes here, but it's slow go on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. You got all that traffic flow coming in from Rutherford County through this part of Davidson County. This wreck, again, all the damaged vehicles to the right-hand side. It's 24 westbound. 26 at Clarksville Pike. That's one of the latest wrecks there at the intersection. Hey, sleep with the sharks in a grown-up atmosphere at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, December 26th. All the details at ripleysAquariumofthesmokies.com. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
So what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with professional Rheem HVAC service that'll keep your home comfy year-round, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort.
72 degrees, and I'm good to go.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
I do a lot of thinking while I'm driving. I think about my kids, my grandkids, and my insurance business. When's the last time you thought about having your insurance program reviewed? This is John Bryan with THW Insurance. We're an independent, trusted choice insurance agency representing several top-rated insurance companies like Westfield Insurance Company. Give me a call at 615-443-3849 for a no-obligation review of your current insurance plan. THW Insurance Services, serving Lebanon and Wilson County for decades.
Get excited for Christmas as you take a stroll through Fiddler's Grove Historic Village and see the buildings come to life with animated Christmas decorations. Bring your friends and family to enjoy this safe outdoor adventure. CDC guidelines are being followed. Masks encouraged. Hand sanitizing available throughout the walk. Tours available Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now through December 19th. More details at fiddlersgrovetennessee.com. For the love of Tennessee, visit Wilson County and travel safe.
Scattered showers are in the forecast today, so make sure to pack the umbrella. Highs this afternoon will top out in the upper 40s. Rain showers are possible again on Friday, with temperatures climbing to near 50 degrees. There is a chance of a few snowflakes mixing in Friday night. No accumulations are expected. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist TJ Scott.
Coleman and Company, welcome to part two. It is a Thursday morning. Thursdays at this time we talk about Pavilion Senior Living right here in Lebanon, Tennessee. And Heather Sadler Gallagher is on the phone this morning. Heather, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
I am good. I'm sitting here with my little girl Sophie, and we are we're going to talk to you about the pavilion this morning.
Well, that's great. And I hope Sophie's doing well, too.
Good morning.
There she is. Good morning. Well, Heather, how's it been going? We missed you last week, of course, it being Thanksgiving. We didn't do a program.
Well, everything's actually been going really good with us. I'll give a COVID update because we did have an employee that tested positive, so we followed all our protocol and did all our testing, and then everybody else tested negative. And that employee was in quarantine, and we're doing biweekly testing on all of our staff, so we get to stop it as soon as it enters. So makes us know that the process works at that point. So, right. So that was the one bit of news I didn't get to share last week, but we took care of that, and then now we are on to I say greener pastures, we hope. So we're moving forward with everything else and still admitting and still have residents moving in. So we actually sold one of our one-bedroom apartment units because it had the outside porch. So they could open the door and get some fresh air, and then also open the door and do a social visit with their family. So, when we built the building for our porches, COVID wasn't in our mind, but it sure has been a nice added bonus to have for our residents to still be able to social distance visit with their families through the porches.
All right, let me just remind everybody, we try to get this in each time you're with us, that the Pavilion Senior Living is located at 1409 Medical Center Drive. It's just north of Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. Instead of turning into the emergency room, go one street further. That's Medical Center Drive. You'll find it down there on the right. And you can always reach Heather at 615-444-5556, and their website is thepavilionseniorliving.com. And I know a lot of people keep up with you there as well as on Facebook. You do a good job pushing things in those directions.
Well, we utilize Facebook and emails to our families to send out communications, and then also just to send out and let them know what we're doing. And we use that as one of the quickest ways to get everything out there. So for sure, they'll follow us, and we'll keep you posted on all our good stuff.
Well, anything else you got for us this morning? I'm sure you got something.
All I have for you. Hey.
Well, we're just keeping on here, keeping the doors open, keeping people taken care of, and trying to resist COVID at every opportunity. That's kind of what it's all about, isn't it?
I said all along that COVID doesn't stop the care that people need. And so we just still have to keep moving forward, and it's moving forward in a little different direction or timing, but that's what we have to do.
Well, you certainly have a fine community there, and I would call it facility, but you've told me not to. It's more than a facility, I guess.
That's right. Listen, you learning from me. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, again, Heather's available at 615-444-5556. You might keep that number handy. And if you've got a question, if you can't find the answer on the internet, call Heather. That's why she is there and doing such a great job as she has been doing, providing all the amenities and services that they do. The marketing director, of course. So, Heather, thanks for being with us. We'll do it again next Thursday, okay?
Talk to you next Thursday.
All right. Sophie, have a good day, too. I don't think she's going to respond. All right, that's it for the Pavilion Senior Living. Again, located at 1409 Medical Center Drive. Heather Sadler Gallagher, the marketing director. We're now 22 and a half before the hour. And Melanie Mentor joins us this morning with a special guest, which we'll get to in a moment. But Melanie, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
And how are you?
I'm doing great today. How about you?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
It's good to be here.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. A little chilly outside, but I think winter is here. It was better. It's better than yesterday.
A little bit warmer than yesterday, I think. And
Snow
anyway.
a couple of days ago, it just didn't stick.
Yeah, right. And that's the kind of snow to have. If I got to have it, that's the kind I want to see. But I know you've got a lot to tell us this morning, and we've got a lot to talk about. And among that, of course, is still the 10community.com, which I hope has been successful, and plus other things that are happening with the chamber. So I'm going to kind of leave it up to you to get us started.
You got it. Thank you so much, Coleman. Yes, we do want to start out with 10community.com, which has been a very successful program. Again, that was started by the 9 local banks: Bank of Tennessee, Cedarstone Bank, F&M Bank, First Bank, First Freedom Bank, Liberty State Bank, Pinnacle Financial Partners, Southern Bank of Tennessee, and Wilson Bank and Trust.
All 9 of them.
All 9 of them. And they came together at the end of July. And they said, this is what we want to do, and we want the chambers to be a partner. And so we have loved being a partner with them. As you know, the bucks were community bucks. 10 community bucks were passed out last week. So look for the bows. The bucks are being spent this week, and we still have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday left. Maybe a few at the chamber. If somebody's interested and wants to stop by on their way to lunch today over at Town Square Social. But it has been really fun. We have great businesses in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Watertown. And that is actually why I have Jason here today, because he's going to talk about it. We've also partnered after a couple of months. We were like, why are we just doing this here? We want to make sure that people, not only in Wilson County, but surrounding counties and people that are further out, might want to come visit. So I'm going to turn it over to Jason. Jason, of course, is with Visit Wilco with the county, and we appreciate you being here, Jason.
And good morning. And I understand your title is tourism director or something similar to that.
Yes, sir. Tourism director for Wilson County. Thanks for having me, Coleman. I appreciate it. Like Melanie said, she came. That really came to me. We just it was kind of a passing conversation in this, and sparked interest for both of us on how we could be involved in this, and kind of, as she said, broaden the scope of the message with this. We were lucky enough as a county tourism department to get some CARES Act funding that we could use towards promotion of safety and the return of travel and tourism. With that, came some stipulations on how we could spend it, the messaging and things like that. And this was one thing that I've always, ever since, getting this position, has been more of a tour your own backyard kind of situation. Mayor Rick Bell mentioned in the last segment of promoting yourself and everything. And I think that promoting of yourself and that pride in yourself and pride in your county kind of goes out, beyond our county borders. So when Melanie came to me, like when we talked about it, the messaging that we had talked about together of kind of, tweaking more or less was, the message of shop local, be local is a fantastic message, and I love it. Unfortunately, the way we could spin it through tourism was a tough sell. So our messaging for that was, come be a temporary local, shop local for the day type thing situation. So with that, we were able to really hit hard with our digital marketing and social media, and kind of help basically do what we do in the tourism department, which is marketing and promoting and awareness of the great things we have in Wilson County.
Well, it's no doubt it's a good place for you're somebody who can help spur on what they're trying to get accomplished here.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what you're trying to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like you said, there's so many great businesses, like Melanie said, but with the shopping and then dining and the little artisan shops and everything, that these are the things that I look at as a tourism director that I can send out. And there's people that are, traveling down 40 that thinks, hey, I've seen that. I know that right there's a great boutique shop. There's a dozen great boutique shops right there. There's, restaurants. So that's what we're trying to get people in for.
Well, what else are you doing as tourism director? How long you had this position? You haven't been out here.
I haven't got a chance. No, I've been out to see MJ before, but I haven't got a chance to see you as of yet. I actually took the position in mid-February. So, needless to say, it's been an interesting. So mid-February, and then we had a tornado, and then let's roll right into a pandemic. So it's been an interesting first year, but it's been good in the fact that my department and we've been able to kind of think around things. You know, if a ship is sailing just fine, you don't learn to sail so well. But if you're getting in tumultuous waters, then you're kind of figuring out a different way to sail. So that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Well, that's a good analogy. The thing about it is, I mean, I don't think any of us want to give the virus to anybody else, and we want to be careful, but at the same time, we can't just all be hermits. I mean, life has got to go on, and I mean, these people that are in business have got to make a profit eventually, or they're going to shut their doors, and that has a lot to do with what this whole program was about, to spur it on here, and especially till the end of the year. And so you got inducted into the ceremony as well.
Right, like say with the program that Melanie and the bank saw started, the Shop Local, we were able to take the Shop Local message and tie into it the message of safety. You know, safety as we do in this, and you know, the social distancing and all that. So.
Well, anything you want to add to that before we go to a break, Melanie?
Well, just real quickly, I mean, of course, as the Chamber of Commerce, we want to be involved in tourism. And, you know, it's very important that we work as partners. And Jason and I know that, and we know that. I know that with other partners within our city and our county. But we actually flipped our homepage couple of months ago with a focus on targeted relief for small businesses. 9 community banks and 3 chambers of commerce invite you to shop, eat, and play in Wilson County. Whether you live here or you're one of the many honored visitors we welcome into our area every day, you have communities that strongly support efforts to keep consumers safe, adopting precautions to provide the most secure environment possible as you experience our unique local flavor. And as a unified body, we are working to help our small businesses continue to survive and thrive in Wilson County, and we invite you to come see us soon. So safe travels.
Right. Well, not only survive, but thrive. And some are just surviving, some are thriving. There's the whole gamut there, I guess, and a lot of that depends on promotion. But this has been a big promotion, and I hope it isn't over. Hope it continues to go well here in December. And with that, let's take our break, and we'll talk more with Melanie and Jason in a moment here on Coleman & Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:46. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the low price tire guarantee on all tires every day. Up to 30 days after the sale, there'll be any competitor's pricing on the tires they sell. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Folks are still rubbernecking as they drive by that earlier crash, 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Traffic's already heavy enough in that area coming out of Rutherford County into Davidson. It's a couple of wrecks out here being clear, 26th and Clarksville Pike. We had one earlier on Hillsborough Pike at Otter Creek that's actually looking a little bit better. Hey, sleep with the sharks in a grown-up atmosphere at Ripley's Aquarium in the Smokies, December 26th. All the details at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
The 2020 Titans have all grown up together. They've had a taste of success in the playoffs, and they're back with Derrick Henry.
Henry 20, Henry 10.
Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Tannehill keeping around right end, driving, he's in.
A stout defense.
Titan ball.
And a head coach in Mike Vrabel who's ready to lead them.
Brought to you by Steve Lowe Plumbing and the Jewelers.
LHS, Cumberland University, and the Tennessee Titans. The winning teams are on WANT 98.9.
The Dancing Lights of Christmas is back for their 11th annual celebration of the magical Christmas season at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. For just $25 per vehicle, you will experience the dazzling sights and sounds of over 2 million lights synchronized to some rockin' Christmas tunes without ever leaving the safety and comfort of your own vehicle. The Dancing Lights of Christmas, 5 p.m. nightly, November 13th through January 3rd. Don't forget to visit Mistletoe Merchant's holiday shopping event with over 100 merchants showcasing their one-of-a-kind items, December 4th through December 6th. Attend both events and get discount tickets.
Coleman & Company, thanks for joining us. And if you just turned our way, we appreciate it. Of course, Melanie Mentors here with the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce, and Jason Johnson, our Wilson County Tourism Director, is here as well. We really didn't get to know much about I haven't learned much about you until this morning. You're here, and I asked you during the break where you're from. Let's find out a little bit about what you've done before coming here. If you got, we can take a minute and do that.
Sure, no problem. Originally, I'm from right outside of Owensboro, Kentucky. I moved down to Wilson County area close to 20 years ago. So I've been in Wilson County for about.
And what brought you here?
Management, restaurant management. I was actually in
okay.
the hospitality field before that.
Okay.
I got involved heavily in that, in training and opening. So the hospitality aspect of the tourism side is what really drew me to it. The welcoming factor of things. I enjoy, promoting what I have and getting you to come enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing for tourism for sure.
Okay, well, we are glad to have you here, and MJ, as you said earlier, kind of beat us to the punch, I guess. She's has a number of people a lot of times in the 9 o'clock hour, and I guess you were one of those. I don't particularly remember it, but you've probably been here more than once even.
I came out. We have the Paint Wilco Murals Initiative,
Yeah.
which is the murals around Wilson County,
Yeah, right.
and I came out and spoke with MJ about that one time, and that's been going great for us. We're looking at soon starting our 8th mural throughout the county.
All right, well, I'm going to get back to Melanie here because there's a lot more for us to talk about. A lot of things coming up here in the month of December.
Well, and just one last thing about tourism. I mean, we are so lucky in Wilson County to have 3 different cities, and to be able to come here and have the opportunities and the places to go and the things to do that we have is so very important, and we want to continue to pass that message along. We want you to come here.
Absolutely.
We want you to buy gas. We want you to stay in our hotels. I was doing an interview yesterday, and there are 2 new hotels that opened in 2020. I mean, who would have thought? Over 85%.
More on the way.
More on the way. More on the way. Over 85% of our new members are small businesses. So there are people coming in from California, Chicago, different places, and they want to live here. They want to work here. They want to play here. They want their children to be educated here. But they also are interested in being an entrepreneur. They're still, that's in their minds that's what they want to do. So we have something for everybody.
Sure.
And that is why Wilson County is so unique and so special. And Jason and I just want to keep pushing that out. I do want to mention Jason on a couple of things because he did help our analytics go up quite a bit. So through the CARES Act, we have seen things progress with 10 Community. So just to go over a couple of those stats, we have right now visits by visitor type, and this is just through November the 30th. So we had only been into spending the bucks for 2 days. But we have 85% new visitors visiting our website, 85%. We also have visits by city. The city of Nashville, 263 people have visited during 1 month from the city of Nashville, looking at what we're doing in Wilson County.
Sure.
Why? Because they want to know what we're doing and they want to come visit us. Lebanon, 256, so that means they're going there to look up those businesses. So are the people from Nashville. They're wanting to see what we have to offer. Atlanta, 250 people in the month of November have gone on to 10community.com. So Mount Juliet, 156. So I want to give a shout out, and Mark actually just texted me, and I do want to mention Mark because Mark and I have worked a lot together. We just Mark Hinesley, Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. We're partners, and that's why it's very important for us to all be partners here in Lebanon. And I think that's what Mayor Rick Bell just said, because we can all do it together. But he supports local. He supports shop small. We support the industries here. We support our people, and that's what it's all about. But I did just want to bring up those few analytics. There have been over 5,000 page views, over 4,000 visits to the website, and we're just so happy to be able to say that this has been a successful campaign, and we do have 2 days left. Actually 3, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
So if you have those bucks, don't leave them in your pocket because we want you to spend them in Wilson County.
And there might be a few more available at the banks and the chamber.
There are a few more available at the chamber, but I haven't, look, MJ right here, I have $25 worth of 10 community bucks. The first caller in to WANT is going to get $25 of $5 bucks.
Right now?
Right now.
Yeah,
Whoever's listening, look, whoever is listening, $25, you can pick them up at the chamber, but it's something that we want to do for our community, but you can still get them at the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce.
615-449-3699. 449-3699.
Jason's getting on his phone.
Do I have my cell phone handy? Do I get some bucks if I call right?
I do want to thank Becky Dungy. She is with the Watertown Flower Shop. She has also, been a support to us during this campaign. But there's so many great things about the campaign, and we just want to keep talking about it because it's just something that we could do for our community and for Wilson County and for people to shop, eat, and play all day.
All right, I know you've got a couple of events I'm pretty sure you want to talk about this morning. One of them's coming up this Sunday, I believe.
I just have a few more. This Sunday, a Blue Christmas celebrating hometown heroes. It is our Lebanon Christmas Parade, December 6th at 2 p.m.
Mention where they pick it up, here or you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
our winner already, Mike Curtis. Mike Curtis, where does he?
He can pick those up at the Chamber of Commerce. On the square. I will be back by 8:05.
Oh, you're gonna talk to me.
But guess what, Mike? I bet somebody there has those for you. I have them here, but someone else will have them there for you. So please come by the chamber to pick those up.
Probably by 8:15.
We may chat just a little bit, Mike. A Blue Christmas celebrating hometown heroes. So we're really excited about that. We've spread the love with safety. With the county, 2020 strong with Mayor Hutto, beginning in May, all chambers of commerce. Then, of course, we did the hometown heroes. We went out to hospital for hospital week. We've done police week, and those all have included a blue ribbon. So what better way to support our hometown heroes with what we've been through in 2020 to be able to say this is another way that we want to be a part of celebrating those people. Next, can't leave it out. 2020, Taste of Wilson County Week. So we're very excited. Taste of Wilson County usually happens in October. We all know this has been unprecedented times. We all know that 2020 has had us pivot from one thing to another, but we are very lucky that this year all of our sponsors have committed to the Taste of Wilson County to still give out grants, teacher grants. Tennessee Scholars Program, scholarships for students, Wilson Books from Birth. So all of those things we are able to do. Our title sponsor is Wilson Bank and Trust, but we are going to ask that December the 7th through 11th that you support your local restaurants and retail stores again, because those are the people that have made Taste of Wilson County what it is today. This is the 11th annual Taste of Wilson County, something that's will be virtual all week. So we will have videos, and we will also be thanking marketplace and food vendors.
We're having it a little bit different way.
We're just having a little bit different way. So let me say this. Please like the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce Facebook page to help us celebrate our event. So if you have not liked the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber Facebook page, please do so, because we will have two videos, a sponsorship video and a main video. And then we are just asking communities to support throughout the county. And again, for those that are listening that are just outside the county, we ask you to go to our Facebook page and to watch what we do, because we will be back in 2021 and we will have that social fun event that we've always had. So all of this money that we raise through the Taste of Wilson County goes throughout Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Watertown education systems. So it's something that we can do through the Chamber of Commerce that we're very proud of.
these teacher grants have meant a lot, and for the most part, what they do, I think they provide something for the classroom the teacher otherwise wouldn't have, something sometimes that lasts and lasts. Some of them probably are only good for a short period of time. Depends on what the teacher needs. But we used to do programs with those who had been recipients of these grants, and how appreciative they were and how much they meant, and they came and talked about that. And I think that's still true.
They are appreciative, and this has been a record year. I mean, we have had people step up that were not able to attend, that might purchase tickets for the event, that said, you know what, we want to give back. I mean, what a tough year for the teachers, for the students. And when we talk about having the chamber pivot, when we talk about having the CVB pivot, I mean, we're talking about school systems completely taking what they do, whether they're a teacher or a student, and changing everything about it. Look at our seniors. Look at the juniors who are going up into the seniors that are going to be seniors next year that have missed, being together with their friends. And so this is just a time that we can give back to our education systems, and we're really excited about it. And we will do the same things in 2021 that we have accomplished for 2020.
Got 1 minute left.
1 minute left.
1 minute.
1 minute left, and I have one thing left. Don't forget Lebanon's Christmas on the Square, December the 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please join us for our annual Christmas on the Share. Shop small, shop local love. I mean, we're back again. That's why Jason's here with me. We want to make sure that we can bring other people in, bring in tourism, but we also want our people to make sure that we keep dollars in Wilson County. We want you to enjoy the holiday shopping experience. There will be vendors inside the small businesses, and there will be photos with Santa and Sandy Claus.
All right. Jason Johnson, thanks for being with us this morning.
Pleasure.
Wilson County Tourism Director. Melanie, always good to have you, and congratulations again. Mike Kurtz, I think I said it wrong the first time. Mike Kurtz, C-U-R-T-S. He's our winner, and he'll pick them up at the Chamber of
I believe I know Mike. We'll see you, Mike, soon.
That is going to do it for Thursday. Hope you'll join us for the Friday edition tomorrow. Till then, I wish you a tremendous day.